Does a fish have value in the desert? What's going on, my high vibrational individual expressions of God on earth? It's your boy, Dr. Wood Rogers, aka Master Teacher 33. Just finished my morning workout. I want to drop a quick nugget in your lap today, promoting my new book, my new audio series, Breaking Down Value. It's interesting because value is in the eyes of the beholder. In other words, fish are not valuable in the desert because they're not designed to operate in the desert. So your value is perceived. But the problem is you may not be able to change environments. The economy changes, so therefore value changes. And value is established by the beholder, meaning some people perceive certain attributes and characteristics as valuable. Other people do not. So your job is to be able to convert your time and your energy, but you got to know how to do that. One of the things that has led to my longevity is the ability to be able to change and to adapt and to become valuable, to add value, to add transformation to different people's lives. That's your job because you have that ability as well. But the problem is certain people change. This happens in relationships. So in a relationship, you could be in a relationship with somebody, and in the beginning of that relationship, you add value. Something happens. You stop adding that value. It's not personal. You don't add value. That person doesn't see you as valuable anymore. You can cry about it. You can moan about it. You can bitch about it. You can do whatever. But at the end of the day, you're going to be disrespected. You are being disrespected because you don't add value. So if you want to stop being disrespected, go somewhere where there is value or add more value. It's just that simple. But it's also just that hard. So in the book, I go through my 5 steps, the 5 things that I do, that I've been doing since I've been on this planet, especially the last 30 years, and especially right now. Because right now, politics, the economy, the world, political environment, the climate has changed. So what you used to do may not be valuable to the marketplace any longer. So you got to change. They said the only thing that's guaranteed is death and taxes. The other one is change. One thing about life, you have to be able to change because life changes. So if you want to under, and understand the keys to over, and understanding change, so that way you're not just changing because of destination addiction, which is what I used to do. I was just changing for the sake of changing. But your change has to be valuable. You have to be able to define what value is. Because it's interesting because before money became the medium of exchange, we had a system in place. That system was called barter. People used to barter. I had potatoes and you had, oranges. I would give you my potatoes in exchange for your oranges. So they created a medium of exchange. So that way we could exchange value. So nobody is going to give you money if you don't add value. Money is just your energy packaged into the form of a product, service, or information that benefits other people. If everybody can do what you do, you have no value. The hardest thing in life to learn is to learn what you bring to the marketplace. I'm a teacher. I have the ability to explain deep, complex issues in a very simple, understanding manner. I have this thing that's called discernment. I have the ability to see the forest. And I see that the forest is made up of trees. For whatever reasons, a lot of people don't have foresight. Some people don't have, so I get paid because I have foresight. I get paid because I'm able to do something that's called didaktilos in the Greek. In the English, it's called etymology. So most people, for whatever reasons, don't have that skill set. So they believe, they perceive, but what they're believing and perceiving are limits. So all I do is I explain that your belief system is a limit. But it's easy to say it, but it's nothing to explain it using cosmology, theology, and biology. So that's what I do. I break down your belief system, your current habit pattern. Now, that current habit pattern has to be replaced with a new life-sustaining pattern. That's your money. When you switch those two, that's called behavioral modification. I call it clitonomics. You can call it psychology. You can call it it's transformation. People don't pay for information. People pay for transformation. One of the reasons that I exercise the way that I do, because there's very few people that I personally know that's my age and they're not on any type of medication. When I go to the doctor, I don't go that often. I can just check my blood pressure myself. Blood pressure, cholesterol, all of my quote-unquote vitals are good. Just because of I over and understand that it's not what you put in the body, it's what you take out. It's like your house. If you have a bunch of trash inside of your house, what happens? It starts to stink. It starts to decay. So what happens to your house if you never clean it and if you never take out the trash? Same thing happens to your body because the body is an enclosed ecosystem. So that's transformation. That's not information. For whatever reason, a lot of people don't know that. So I get paid because I add value. But remember, some people don't see the value that I have. So I don't try to force feed people value. A lot of people make the mistake of trying to market to the wrong demographics. People should immediately see your worth and value. So people who have high blood pressure, diabetes, sickle cell, they see the value in over and understanding frequent intense training. People who are stuck in religion or they're not getting results or they're in a bad relationship, especially men, they see the value in what I add. Some people don't see the value. Just like a fish is not valuable in the desert. Your job is don't make the mistake that I made in my first marriage and in the beginning of my life when all I did was run. Shit got hard. I couldn't figure it out. So I had what they call destination addiction. A destination addiction. It's called dissociative identity disorder. Some people call it bipolar disorder. Some people call it arrested development disorder. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, that's just a label. And those labels are limits. At the end of the day, you have to add value. That's it. Everybody's definition of value is different. I'm not valuable to, let's say, an atheist. Because an atheist don't believe in God. So if I go to an atheist and I'm telling them there's a creator, there's a source, there's a pleroma, there's a Peru, there is, we go to a Christian perspective, there's Jehovah, there's Jesus, whatever. They don't see the value in it. So I can talk till I'm blue in the face, but an atheist does not see value. The biggest mistake that people make is trying to force feed people their worth and value. If someone doesn't see your worth and value, get the fuck out. That's it. Go where you are valued. Go where you are elevated. Go where you are amplified. Most people try to force feed because they are stuck in a place where they don't know how to take their time and their energy and put it into a product, service, or information that benefits other people more than it benefits yourself. That's value. Money is stored value. Everybody's definition of value is different. What's valuable to me ain't valuable to you. So you can't sell me what's not valuable to me. I'm not interested in buying something that's not valuable to me. So your job is to become so valuable that people go into their wallet or their purse and they beg you to take their money. Until you become so valuable, that means until your self-worth and your self-image is not about a job, it's about a mentality. It's about a disposition. You have worth. You have value. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this planet. If you're here and you're doing this, God got you here because God got something for you to do. You have worth and you have value. You just don't know how to package it. You don't know how to convert your time and your energy into products, services, information that benefits other people more than it benefits yourself. So most people try to force feed. I used to do that too. Or most people run. Most people run. They have destination addiction. They go from teaching to teaching to teaching, job to job to job, from relationship to relationship to relationship, because they're trying to find worth and value in another person, another place, and another thing. And boo-boo, that doesn't work. I got 40 years of experience. I destroyed my whole first marriage that way. So I'm telling you, I didn't read this in the book, Sister Amber. This is real deal Holyfield. So the book and the audio breaks down the most important thing now, because the game has changed. AI has removed most people's ability to generate capital. And now that AI is taking the place, people are freaking out. I talked to a client last night and she was freaking out. I mean, literally like suicidal, not knowing how to put food on the table, not knowing how to take your time and your energy. Remember, brothers and sisters, you have to become marketable. If what you do, everybody else can do, you don't have no value. Notice the people that get paid the most money. Those are the people that are in occupations, jobs, careers, businesses. See, everybody can't be a skyscraper window cleaner. Everybody can't be let's say a surgeon, a heart transplant surgeon. That requires skill. It requires talent. So you may have to elevate your skills and your talent. So don't blame the current political climate. Don't blame the white man, the black man. Don't blame Jesus or Buddha or Allah. Ain't nobody against you. Ain't nobody trying to hold you down. Nobody got their foot on your neck. It is you. It's done unto you as you believe. It is your job to put yourself in a place where you are elevated instead of tolerated. That's your job. Your job is also to go inside of yourself and ask yourself 5 very important questions that I break down inside of the book. If you ask yourself these 5 questions and you answer these 5 questions, your whole life changes. Because now when you show up, people see your value. They go into their pocket, they can take out their money, and they give you their money in exchange for your product, your service, and your information, because they perceive. Remember, value is perception. That's the hardest thing for us colored folks to understand. That means it changes. That's why fads come and go. People used to get paid back in the day for one thing. Now they don't get paid for that anymore. Fads come and go. Perception changes over time. Your job is to change with it. To learn how to do that, pick up the book. It's only $49. Guaranteed to change your life. Also, pick up the 1,000 for 1,000. That'll really blow your cookies. Holla at your boy.